Hello and welcome to the first lesson of this beginner's guitar series. I am a guitar teacher and today we will be talking about the types of guitar. In this category, the first guitar that comes in mind is an acoustic guitar. Now what are you seeing in my hand right now is an acoustic guitar. To know what an acoustic guitar actually looks like is something like this. It will have 6 strings. The body of the guitar would be quite large and the sound is quite pleasing. The main source of the sound is through the sound hole and the sound then echoes all through the body and comes out. In the acoustic guitar, there is no electrical part. Everything like the sound is resonated through the strings and then it is amplified through the body of the guitar. It can be of different sizes and shape. Other guitar that I have is the smaller version of the acoustic guitar. Let me show you right now. Now, as you can see in front of you, the guitar size is quite smaller than the previous guitar. It is also an acoustic guitar, but quite custom made. The size is quite small, so it is usually for traveling or maybe for those who are comfortable with smaller size guitars. This guitar can be used by children also. Now, what is the specification of this guitar? The only difference is the sound it produces. Due to the small size, the reflection of sound throughout the body is quite low, which makes it a little bit smaller in sound comparison than the original acoustic guitar. After that, we have semi-electric guitars, and their comparison with acoustic guitar would be taught in the later videos. Now this, my friend, is called a classical guitar, also known as the Spanish guitar. Its style is completely different from the acoustic guitar. For this guitar, we don't use these type of things. As you can see, it is called a plectrum or a pick. In these guitars, we mainly use our nails, like the fingernails or the artificial nails. And these are played something like this. Now, the strings in this guitar are quite different than the ones we have explored earlier. The acoustic type guitar uses the steel strings, while the classical style guitar uses nylon strings. These are more comfortable for the nails, as the nails are not tend to be broken easily with the nylon strings as compared to the steel strings. The sound is quite mild, which makes it perfect for classical style or Spanish style guitars. The sound is quite mild, which makes it a perfect companion to play the classical or the Spanish style songs. The difference between an acoustic guitar and a classical style guitar is that the neck keeps on getting narrower as we move further from the body, while in the classical guitar, the neck is quite large and it doesn't go as smaller as in the acoustic guitar. The range between the strings, or should I say the length between the strings, is quite large as compared to the acoustic style guitar. And the tuning pegs, that is, these parts, are quite different than the acoustic style guitar. The guitar is quite light and it's easier to play with nails, and is tried not to play with the pick, that is this thing. Now this type of guitar is called an electric guitar. It is quite easy to play and it sounds something like this. The electric guitar is quite versatile guitar. As you can see, it doesn't have a sound hole. It consists of 3 magnets, or maybe 2 magnets, or maybe 1 magnet, which decide the sound of the guitar. In addition, in some guitars we have such things that are called the tremolo bar. These bars help us to make the sound even more better. In these type of guitar, the sound doesn't come from the guitar itself, but through the speakers. So you have to bear that in mind. With electric guitar, you have to connect it through the speakers or through portable pedals if you want to change it to the rock song or whatever style you like. Like right now, I am playing it in a smooth fashion, like a clean guitar. If I want to make it more cleaner, then I have to switch it back something like this, and it will sound something like this. Now, the electric guitar come in different shapes, different sizes, different styles, like some we have 12-string guitar, double neck guitar, triple neck guitar, and so on. The commonly used guitar are Telecaster style guitar like this. It's a double cut, as you can see from here, and sometimes we use Telecaster, as you can see in this image, or we use guitars like Les Paul. Now the Les Paul style guitar does look something like this. As you can see, we don't have that type of rod that we have in the Strat style guitar. It is one of my favorite style guitar. Now as you can see, instead of 3 magnets, we have 2 large magnets in that. This is an active style guitar. More on that in the later videos. The sound would be quite different from the Strat style guitar. Maybe due to the reason that the magnetic positions are quite different than the Strat style. Maybe the wood is different from the Strat guitar. Let me show you how this guitar is played. Now, not only you can play clean type of guitar, but you can also start your rock and roll music. For that, you have to buy pedals, or you should have an amplifier that could play rock and roll style guitar. It will sound something like this. Now, these are the types of electric guitar. There are a lot of shapes for the electric guitar. We will study them in further videos. Now, as you can see, this is a bass guitar. It consists of 4 strings. It is quite larger than any other guitar that you have seen. The strings are also very large. Only 4 strings. That means the tuning would be quite different than the acoustic or the electric set. Now, how does this guitar sound like? Let me show you. The sound is quite low. That means it consists of a lot of bass. Now, if you have listened closely to a song, you might find the bass guitar being played in that song. It is quite low and it is also called the bass of a music. Now, this is a smallest size guitar. It is also called a ukulele. The tuning is quite different than acoustic style guitar. It only consists of 4 strings and it sounds something like this. That's it for the types of guitar. I hope you enjoy it. See you in the further videos. Thank you.